Hello everyone, my name is Khalior. I bring to you every week the latest news regarding related to Bloodhunt and everything around it, and I help explain the news in a way to better understand what's going on. For posterity, archival, and recording purposes, it is currently Saturday, June 24th, 2023. It is currently 11:21 Eastern Time. Just want to say, June 24th, woohoo! Happy Quebec Day for the people that are here in Canada, in Quebec. It is our day. Fleur de lis and everything. Hello. It has been 424 days since the release of Bloodhunt, and currently activated in game is the Primus Pass. The current patch is the community update. We are recording this live on Twitch every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're live, feel free to ask questions in chat. And as a reminder and a disclosure, I'm not a game dev, I am not bound by an NDA, but I'll do the best to explain the news with some reasonable assumptions. And I do not work for SharkMob. Yes, in my stream yesterday, I still had to remind a couple of people that I was not one of the devs. All right, that being said, and with this music suddenly spiking way higher than I wanted, it does that every week. Why does it do that? It is way louder in my ears. Anyways, let us begin. And the first and foremost, the most important thing to bring to your attention, everyone, this week is that we have the Bloodhunt Final Survey, or at least it's called Final Survey. And it says, Dear Kindred, we have a new survey for you. This time we ask for your feedback on Bloodhunt, as well as your interest in other future games from SharkMob. It's vital for us to get your input, so we'd truly appreciate if you took the time to fill it in. Of course, there are some comments that are written in the Twitter post, but the survey itself... Oh, I forgot to turn my dark reader off. Ugh. Okay, but still. It says, Hello Bloodhunt Community. First of all, thank you so much for playing Bloodhunt and for being part of our journey. We look forward not only to you continuing to play Bloodhunt, but also to welcoming you to our future games. As always, we are very eager to hear your thoughts, and this time we have prepared a few questions related to our future. It would mean a lot to us if you took the time to answer this survey so we can get a better understanding of what you enjoy in games. First question is, what is the main thing that you really love about Bloodhunt? And it's an open answer. What is the main thing that you would like, that you would have liked to see in Bloodhunt that you felt was missing? Question number 3, what types of games other than Bloodhunt would you be interested to see from SharkMob in the future? And question number 4, how interested are you in playing upcoming games from SharkMob? Now, we've got 2 questions that are related directly to Bloodhunt, and 2 questions that are related to SharkMob, the company, like they've been saying. So, 3 open-ended answers. You can enter whatever you want in there. I don't think that we're going to necessarily get a learnings article or some feedback regarding this. This is probably just going to be something internal. If ever we get a response, a reply, or a kind of feedback for that, I think it's going to be like, it may come out of the blue, but I would say like Magic 8 Ball, like in the meter of, are we going to get some feedback from our feedback? I'd say like probably no. This is more internal. Like this is something that is going to be, I guess, digested and maybe turned into something else, or maybe it's just it feels like mostly I think the best way to explain it is this is a vibe check. This is a vibe check of, hey, Bloodhunt, how do you feel about it right now? Or how do you feel about the Bloodhunt experience? And SharkMob, how do you feel about SharkMob? I will say that in this new stream, I have been trying as much as possible to make people understand and distinguish that there is a line, that there is a separation between the Bloodhunt the game, Bloodhunt the dev team, and Sharkmob the corporate entity. There is a distinction between all of this. I don't feel that a lot of people, so far that I've seen in terms of reaction, don't necessarily make those distinctions. But if you could make those distinctions probably in your feedback, that would very much be appreciated, especially I would think for in respect for the people that have been working on Bloodhunt. That is at least my intention, or at least my little sprinkling of salt over this over this kind of survey. But of course, you know, that is up to you. You decide exactly what you want to do with that kind of survey, with that kind of feedback. I'm looking at people's reactions on my end. It seems like, again, it seems like some people don't necessarily have a whole understanding of exactly what's been happening, but at the same time, you don't necessarily need to have a whole understanding about what exactly happened with Bloodhunt to, at the same time, know a certain way that you feel about your experience for Bloodhunt. So I don't know exactly what kind of how this kind of feedback will be analyzed, digested, deconstructed, reconstructed. Like this is going to be, I feel that's going to be a very interesting feedback on their end, even though I feel like a lot of the stuff that says like what do you really love about Bloodhunt and what do you feel was missing has already been very people have been very vocal about those things, and yeah, we're gonna see exactly how that's gonna translate internally for how people perceive Sharkmob. But there you go, fill out the survey, please. Feedback is always important and is always appreciated and is always needed, so that not only the people that are organizing the feedback, but when that feedback is analyzed, summarized, and I guess numerized, and sent upstairs to the people in corporate to better understand what is going on. It's best if that information, that the feedback that we're giving is as true and as accurate as possible, so they can get a good understanding about what's going on. Usually that's the kind of struggle internally inside of an office of how things go in terms of stats and feedback and all of that. But anyways, that's a little bit of my editorial that I put on in there. Let's get on to the usual thing that we have this week. It is Twitch drops. So, currently, oops, I forgot to write this down. All right. The new Twitch drop that we have this week for the new series of Twitch drops is the Angsty mask, which is a very nice dark purple recolor of a mask that we've already had. And yes, and we still have the 3 permanent persistent drops of the Dropner outfit, the Beast mask, and the Sporty Chic outfit. We have, as usual, these are as usual available from the top 100 streamers. You have the list there attached to the tweet, which I'm a part of. I'm right here. This is the Angsty mask is the first of the new series of summer Twitch drops that we have for Bloodhunt, and these are all new items. Let me bring you here. So, the first in the list is, of course, the Angsty mask. This covers 8 weeks, the next 8 weeks of streaming. So, Angsty mask. After that, the Shoot Brains Out emote, the Skullburst outfit, which is Nosferatu male only, the Angle of Attack tattoo, which is the one on the arm here. After that, the Unholy Smokes mask is a legendary mask. And I see it is, we can see that it is a design that is a little bit different from the other masks that we have before. As we saw in the news last week, Tobias mentioning to someone that really liked the other Plague Doctor mask that we had before, the Scourge mask, saying that they really liked it and said, you're going to be very happy about something like that related to that in the next few weeks. Well, there you go. That's what he meant. It is the White Death mask. There's going to be a lot of white outfits that exist out there that are going to be able to be comboed with this. There is the Gerard outfit, which is, I assume, no one's asked the question, but I can only assume because of it's a recolor of a suit that the outfit that we already have. It is a male-only Toreador outfit. And then on August 11th, we will have the Snake Root tattoo and the Geo Ankh tattoo. Which, if people don't know, the Snake Root tattoo is something that some people already have, and I forgot to link it here. Let me display it. Yes. It is the pest control, the reward for step 5 of the pest control quest, which I understand for some people, it was a quest that was bugged out and they were not able to get it back. And so this is kind of a way of making sure of bringing it back for some people to get it, and at the same time might as well bring a new tattoo at the same time for the people that already have the Snake Root tattoo. Again, it's a way of bringing back some stuff that people have been wanting or people that have been missing out on right now in this current state of the game. It's a good way to bring back some things that some people have been wanting or have been missing out on. One instance of that is the Beast mask that we have as a persistent drop. And yes, if you want to know how to like all of these drops are going to be available from the top 100 streamers of Bloodhunt. The list is updated every week. And if you want to know more information about how to get yourself inside that top 100 list, you just need to go in the Bloodhunt Discord and join in the inner circle portion. It's in the when you can select your role inside the Discord, you can be a part of the inner circle, and then you can join in and you can ask questions, and there's plenty of content creators in there that will be happy to help you understand exactly how that process works. Now, these are for the top 100 streamers that you're going to get them from. You watched their stream and you're going to get this. The persistent drops, so the ones that we currently have for the month of June, as I've said before, the drop their outfit that is Bruja female only, the mask outfit and the sporty chic outfit for female only. This is what we have until June 30th. And the persistent drops that we're going to get for the entire month of July are as follows. The Sakura Spectre mask that has been very, very asked and wanted by a lot of people. And judging by the reactions I've been getting since this has been put out, I've been publicizing it. Yeah, people really want to have that mask. The Scarlet Centipede tattoo and the Kill Time outfit, which is a male-only outfit. And this is what we're going to have for the month of July. And already we know that for the month of August, these are going to be the persistent drops. So the Vengeful Dawn eyewear, the Patrician mask, even though it's an eye patch, is considered a mask in game, and the Cartel King outfit, which is again a male-only outfit. Now these are all previously obtainable Twitch drops. The persistent drops is just a way to be able to get back on some of the drops that maybe you've missed that were many, many months ago, and you probably weren't, like, either you missed out on them or you didn't know that the game existed, because there's still a lot of new players playing the game over the last few months, and still to this day new players making accounts and playing the game. This is another way of bringing some of those back. As a reminder, the persistent drops are available from every streamer that streams Bloodhunt and that have the setting of drops activated inside their Twitch account. And yeah, it's usually 30 minutes of watch time to get each one of them. So for a total of 90 minutes, you get all the drops, and they're available for the entire month. Now, yeah, so yeah, I'll be doing reminders as I usually do, but they're there for an entire month, each set of 3. Speaking of other free things to get, I've mentioned this last week, but now we finally have the code that is available for us. The free icon and banner that come from Bloodhunt Secrets, the little hunting chase that they did the other week, I should say. This is the code. The code is MANGOSGIFTSTOYOU, and this is the icon and banner that we get. So this is available for everyone. You just need to go inside your Bloodhunt account, log in on the website, and then scroll down the middle of the page. You're gonna have the redeem code button. You click on that, and then you paste in Mango's Gifts to You, all in caps, all in one word, no spaces, and you will receive this inside your game. If your game is already open, you probably need to close it and reopen it in order to see those in your inventory from now on. In terms of my own things, it's because I'm organizing it. And hello, Far. We have finally got the winners of the Kindred Challenge Death by 1,000 Cuts, Reg Reborn and SBS Suriyama. Yes, I'm sorry. It took a while to get that out. I was having a problem trying to fix a tracker issue for someone, and it just took too long. My intention is basically to immediately, because it's every Saturday. Every Saturday I come up with a new challenge that is going live, and the other one the one from the previous week expires, and I usually am planning for every Saturday to also be picking the winners, get in contact with them, and then over the next few days be able to give them their codes and announce them. Normally I want this to be a very quick and short process to get the codes out to people and announce the winners as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, this one took a little while because it turns out that there is actually, for the person that had an issue, it turns out that there seems to be an actual real issue with his tracker. So anyways, besides all this, I am removing my responsibility for any tracker issues from now on. So if you have an issue with your tracker, take the steps yourself to get in contact with customer support. That is now a part of the new forms for the other challenges. It's your responsibility to make sure that your tracker profile is working and is up to date, because this was a lot of back and forth that took a lot of time in my week personally. And I don't have a lot of time to dedicate to that. So everyone just make sure that your profile on tracker.gg/bloodhunt is all okay. I've learned a few things from, I always do that. I always post a few learnings if ever there's something that I think is relevant regarding the knife challenge. So I was glad to see that some people realized that doing the knife only challenge wasn't as easy as they thought it was. And I was happy to see that the players who managed to qualify were from all the time zones and all times of the day, so only just a few of them had submitted like some bot only matches. And then when I say bot only, I mean around 5 real people are inside that match, because they're on off times and in other zones and all of this. So there was only just a limited amount of people who submitted matches that were like that. And hello, Scarecrow. However, the major negative about all this is that over half of the submissions didn't qualify because I assumed they didn't read the instructions. So it was very simple. It was solo match, get a win, do it with using only a knife. And some people submitted some results, and either one of those three either one of these three conditions to be able to submit weren't even met. So I was a little astounded. So I made sure to work a little bit more on the rules for the next challenges. So if there are any problems, it's just that I will assume that just people didn't read. I'm not going to be lenient on this. Like the whole thing of a challenge is just, here's a certain set of rules that you have to follow in order to be able to join in the giveaway. Not following the rules, I don't know what to say. But anyways, speaking of which, today, a few hours ago, the Pistoleros challenge that happened during the week has now ended. And yes, this one was to win a trios match with every member using only pistols and dual pistols. And yes, all of the rules are listed inside here. The form, there's a form that you have to submit. All the rules are there, so just you need to look at it a little bit more. And there's going to be two trios teams that are going to be selected. And like I said, there weren't a lot of submissions this week. So it's going to be very, very easy to choose the winners. I think I haven't gone through everything because I saw a couple more submissions have come through since yesterday. So as soon as I'm done with all of this and posting my stream, done all the content creator thing, later on today I'm going to be going through the results, and I'm going to contact the winners very soon. And yes, they're going to receive some bend the knee emotes. And I've also added, especially for group challenges, I've added a clause where you are allowed to carry other teams if you want to give other people in the community a chance at entering these challenges, like the giveaway for the challenges. So there might still be, for the people who qualify, even if you don't win, if ever there's someone that managed to carry multiple teams or has made like multiple submissions and they were a part of different teams, they can only win one code themselves. And if ever their teams get picked out, it means that their extra codes are being forfeited, and I'm just gonna pick at random from all the other teams that have not been chosen for the giveaway. I'm just gonna pick at random some winners so I can get some of those codes out. And yes, and Far, I know you've told me that you already have the emotes, so you forfeited your own ticket. So that means that already, if you're gonna be one of the teams that is gonna win, gonna be picked from the giveaway, there is probably going to be a code that's going to be randomly given to some people that have qualified in the giveaway. Yes. Don't worry. That was in the rules. Don't worry. I loved seeing some people dedicate some streams this week to get the challenge done. I really like it. I hope that it can motivate some streamers and other players. Don't have to be streamers. Like, there's other things than streamers inside this community. I hope that it motivates players to do carry runs for other people in the community, because there's a few people that wanted this and have been very vocal in saying, like, they either don't have friends or they don't have a trios group. So there were LFG trios group, please help. So I hope that this can motivate some people in future group challenges that to help out. And there's like, it's all going to be a benefit to the community. So go ahead, do it if you can. If you want to have fun, if you want to help out some other people, carry runs might be a normal thing to see in Bloodhunt. But speaking of things to do in a group, now that this challenge has ended this morning, we have the one this week. There we go. So this one is, I call it by a long shot, and it's basically for duos, and you need to win a match using only rifles. Now, this isn't accurate because Motion pointed out, hey, the assault rifle is a rifle. It's just that, yeah, everyone's calling it the AK, and I completely forgot that it's not the AK, it's the assault rifle. So I've reposted, I've reposted it, and I've changed the I've changed also the form very quickly. So if you were looking at the form this morning, I've made a little change. I've changed it to a selection of rifles. So basically, this is the form, by the way. If you're clicking on the link for the form, this is the form that you're gonna that you are going to see when a duos match in Bloodhunt with every member using a selection of rifles. Details below. So the selection of rifles is the marksman rifle, the hunting rifle, and the sniper rifle. Burst rifle and assault rifle are not included in this challenge. There are reasons. Originally, let me just say that originally it was supposed to be sniper rifle only, and someone pointed out that it was being a little bit sadistic in doing this. So I did add the marksman and the hunting rifle. I see people use the burst rifle and the assault rifle in a different way. You will understand when you play it, or you probably have something in mind, what kind of gameplay you're going to see if you see marksman, hunting, and sniper rifle. I know, that's the thing, Scarecrow, that I was a bit worried about. Adding the marksman, but at the same time, I was a little afraid about participation in duos, because the perception right now in the community is duos is not a place to be in or to be at, from what I understand. So I'm being a little bit lenient and seeing maybe I can get some more participation by getting a marksman, by adding a marksman rifle in there. It's thought out. Like I thought about this. Anyways, so like last time, win a second match with the same team to get a second entry. Win a third match with the same team to get a third entry. The maximum number of entries you can have is 3, and the rewards are going to be 1 Techno Demon Mask code per team member. I'm going to be choosing 2 duos teams from the people that qualify. So that's 4 Techno Demon Masks up for grabs. And yes, there are other specifications that I've had to add. You can add any combination of these weapons in your inventory so that it's very clear. It can be any of these 3, any kind of combo that you have. No, Ansem, I just said the Pistoleros winners. It's gonna be later on today. I'm gonna be choosing. I'm gonna contact the winners, and then after that, I'm gonna make sure that they all have the codes and they're all okay with me announcing their names. And then after that, I'm going to announce. So unless everyone has their Discords like all open today and answer me immediately, and probably announcement is probably gonna be tomorrow. But everyone just make sure that, yeah, if you enter, make sure you've got your Discord open, because there's a couple of people that took a while for me to be able to contact, because it's just like, oh, I don't use Discord. Well, you know, do that. I also had to specify you cannot use melee weapons, including fists, because some people don't consider fists as a weapon. I do, and Tracker GG also does count fists as a weapon. Also because some people don't necessarily think of melee as a weapon, which is kind of weird. Some people consider your two main slots of inventory for weapons like they are the real weapons. Melee, for some idea, I had a conversation with someone. It's apparently for some people, melee doesn't count as a weapon. It counts as a way to regen health quickly and do damage at the same time. And so it's not considered a weapon for some of them. I don't know, but I find it's kind of weird. But so I had to add melee weapons are not allowed. You're also allowed to use all your archetypes abilities. I have to keep repeating that one because if I didn't allow any archetype abilities, what would be the point of using any archetype? That would defeat the purpose of the flavor of using different sort of archetypes to get those things done. So there you go. And here is, I added the clause here. It's your responsibility to raise any Tracker GG issue. I even added the links to everything. And I will not be stopping giveaways if ever you have an issue with your Tracker GG. It is up to you to make sure that everything is okay. And there you go. There's the rest of the form where you add the name of the Shark Mob ID of every member in the team. The Discord name of every member of the team, which, you know, please let me know because I need to contact everyone. And also the links for your first match, and if ever you get them, your second and third match links, you put them there. In my head, you could use melee as lifesteal as long as it didn't knock the opponent, so basically no damage with melee. Yeah. It's just to make it normal, especially because you can do melee only challenges at some point. Yeah, so all that being said, Techno Demon masks, you have 1 week until now to do that. It's duos. There you go. You've got the rules. You know what to do. You know how to set it up. And yeah, use the LFG channels to your advantage to get some of those things done. And I'm gonna say, like, yes, like Far was mentioning in chat a moment ago, look at the legendary weapons selection that we have this week. If you want to get a little help from your legendary weapons, choose wisely. I'm gonna get to those in a moment. Before we get to that, I need to mention a couple of other things for giveaways. First of all, Tobias did it again. Tobias did it again in Bloodhunt chat, in the Bloodhunt Discord. He posted another 6 Techno Demon codes. So, again, the same thing, a bit of FOMO, a bit of you had to be there when it happens. Keep an eye on Bloodhunt chat, join the Discord. I'm gonna post it again here just to be sure if you want to know. Hold on. Boom, there you go. Bloodhunt Discord. Join up. Keep an eye on the Bloodhunt chat to get that, and also keep an eye on the community events tab to know what events are gonna be happening in the community. Don't worry about that. Thank you for the follow. Another thing that's happening is, I just learned about this yesterday. Fellow streamer, yeah, I know the Undertaker gift, yes. Fellow streamer, you might have seen her stream Bloodhunt once in a while if you look at the category, but we've got Kaythxbaii, who we've seen in Inner Circle chat, has been asking, hey, I'm doing a celebration, can I have some codes, Bloodhunt? To which they said, hey, check your DMs. And now we know, on June 28th, so that's Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, she'll be doing a birthday and graduation stream party subathon thing. And inside the goals that are there, we have not one but two Techno Demon masks, not one but two Fuchsia Finish giveaways, and there's also a few other things like a $25 Steam card. There is a Diablo 4 giveaway, and also an Elgato game capture device that is in the sub goals for the birthday. So if ever you want to have a chance at winning some of those Techno Demon and Fuchsia Finish, well, there you go, join in. There's some, I said to everyone, if ever you hear about giveaways for any kind of codes of Bloodhunt, any kind of events, any kind of tournaments or Funaments or whatever, make sure to let me know before this time every week. So if ever you want me to advertise it, to let people know about this, that this is happening, just let me know. I asked her, like, the moment I heard about that last week, I was just like, hey, can you let me know when that's gonna be, when you're gonna have that posted on Twitter, and I'm gonna tell people about it. So there you go. You have been warned. Also, it's good to go like, hey everyone, let's go boost someone that's doing a subathon and is also a member of the Bloodhunt community, you know? Now, I said we were talking about the votes for the legendary weapons. Well, here are the results. The results of last week's votes. So we have, oh, sorry. Again, I need to minimize and get this better. So for TDM maps, like, these are choices that are already inside the game, but we saw that at 46%, people chose the combo of Divine Disco, Railway Station, and a Harbor. Again, very interesting. It's the majority of the population that chose that. Legendary weapons. The community is divided, but as strongly decided that the combo of Silence SMG, Sniper Rifle, LMG, and Tommy Gun was the one that they wanted. And for artifacts, which is the contentious one, the one that is debated about, the one that people are being very vocal about, at least some of them are, is the combo of the boots and the Hand of Glory. Now, there's something, it's at 41% of votes, okay? 41% of votes means that, if you consider the two other options, that it is a majority of the population of Bloodhunt that votes for the Hand of Glory to be included inside the game. So I understand that there's some people in the community that do not like the Hand of Glory. Fortunately, this seems to be a majority vote. So keep that in mind. It's not just 41%. It's a lot more than 41% because you also have the second option. We need more artifacts that are coming in the not too distant future. Yes, I will get to that, Tobias. I will get to that. One thing to note here in the description that it says here, the choice of popular artifacts shifted drastically over the weekend. Oh, interesting. Because if you remember, Tobias last week, around the middle of the week, posted an update saying that basically the non-Hand of Glory option was slated to be the most popular one, but that has shifted drastically over the weekend. So remember, people, remember to go vote. Remember to go vote. Like I said, there are reasons for the Hand of Glory being chosen. There's been an interesting debate inside Bloodhunt chat about people trying to find out exactly what's the reasoning behind it. Hand of Glory is, I've said it before, for more casual people, the Hand of Glory is something of a breath of relief from people that are really good at the game. Even though they are in their own bracket of skills-based matchmaking, sometimes it's, for some people, especially beginners or not very, like, not super pro people at the game, having the Hand of Glory available is a way for them to do a little bit more exploration inside the game. Lets them do a little bit of the search for the mysterious hatch that is going on in the community, to be able to do it a little bit more unnoticed. For some of them is just, you know, being able to, some people want to explore the map and have been asking for this. This gives them the opportunity to do so. If they're not being like tracked or seen by people. So there are other non-gameplay related reasons to use the Hand of Glory. However, the reason I feel that a certain group of people are complaining about the use of the Hand of Glory is because it extends matches longer than they probably need to or feel like they should. There's also some really good players that are using it as a way to get a quick 1-2 tap kill of people by sneaking behind them using the Hand of Glory, and you don't necessarily need to be a Nosferatu to do it. That's where it starts, you know, impacting the gameplay, and I certainly understand the grievances behind the Hand of Glory in that respect. Someone was saying, someone proposed when you climb you shouldn't be invisible. That seems like it would be a nice balance. I'll be talking about that in a moment. But yes, so there are reasons why this happens. We're gonna see how it goes. However, like I've been saying, when we get new artifacts introduced, because now you're not gonna get necessarily the same kind of combos of artifacts every week to vote for. Speaking of which, there was an announcement. I'm just going chronologically, by the way. There was an announcement that the Red Light District map was going to be added to the community vote for TDM. Can't wait to see how exactly this section plays out. There's a lot of hidey holes. There's a lot of verticality that's being added inside this match, but in this part of town where it's very like all the hiding places are very, like, there's a lot of them. They're also very close to each other. I can't wait to see like what is going to be the range of the red gas on this, because there's many different ways that the fights can happen in this section. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen with this. And yeah, it's already been added to the community vote of the week. That is here. So, yes, people were quick to note because of that announcement that the red light option was in the TDM options for all of this. I barely heard anyone realize that the rooftop restaurant, the second new map that we are getting, that it's added here. That has been added to the choices of the week. I didn't hear anyone notice, wait a second, rooftop? Wait a second, that's a new map? It just, as far as I can tell, it just slid by and no one even noticed that it was there. The other options that we have are Divine Disco, Skybar, and Abandoned Mall, which are going to be the defining factors of which one are going to be chosen in the community. In terms of legendary weapons, Auto Shotgun. The Golden Auto Shotgun will make its debut next week, because it's added to all the options there. All the other options are, of course, as people remind, I should remind, all of those are randomly generated, randomly selected. They've been added in there. Yes, you sneaky, Tobias. You sneaky. And like I said, if you want to help yourself, have a little help for the duo's rifle challenge for the week, I'm just gonna say the hunting rifle and the sniper rifle are here. So choose wisely. Choose wisely, I'm gonna say. And yes, in terms of artifacts, well, you know, these are the usual combos that we have here. Between the Noddest Volume, the Expediter's Boots, and the Hand of Glory. Again, we're gonna see how that's going to go. Yes, so these are the votes for this weekend, so make sure you get those votes in before Sunday evening. And now we get to the big news of the week. Big news of the week. We received an announcement. I'm just gonna be quickly going through here. Oh, that wasn't scrolled. Imagine that was already scrolled up at the beginning. Yay! So the Bloodhunt Community newsletter number 1. So this is going to be a new thing. Now, everyone's enjoyed this absolutely cool art in there. I love all of this. This is absolutely awesome, by the way. To have all of the archetypes there with wait, we're missing Scholar, aren't we? Yes, we're missing Scholar. This is past art, I believe. Anyways, W art, exactly, W art. So if you are new here, this is how we usually do whenever there's news like this. I take the time to read everything that is in here because I know most of you don't. So we're gonna go through this, we're gonna dissect this. It's not much dissecting per se, but yeah, we're gonna go through all of this. So sit down, get yourself a drink. If you don't have one already, we're going to go through all of this as usual. So there we go. Hello, Kindred, and welcome to this first issue of our newsletter that we will share with you occasionally to keep you up to date on all things related to Bloodhunt. In this first issue, we will cover which TDM maps, weapons, and vanity items are being added to the game and when, as well as some information on what community events are up and coming. We will also cover the results of the recent second fun community, reading skills. Second community fun tournament that was run on June 10th. Additionally, you will be able to catch a glimpse into what future Twitch drops we will be releasing this summer. But first, please let us talk a little bit about what has happened behind the scenes since we launched the final update of the game. We heart our community. We less than 3 our community, technically. Our commitment to supporting our Bloodhunt community remains. We continue swinging the band katana, helping our players through our support system, and continue with giveaways and Twitch drops for our community. Bloodhunt continues to be an enjoyable experience with new variety provided by the community voting and time releases. We hope to continue seeing you in Prague. Again, reminding everyone, everything is still functional. The only thing that stopped is the development of the game. That is the only thing that stopped. But as far as the game remains, it's still there. Community support is still given. Don't worry, I've been streaming this at the top of rooftops. I mean, not here, but virtual rooftops. The game is still there. Time released addition to Bloodhunt. On Monday, June 26th, we're adding 23 vanity items from the past to the in-game store, as well as 2 new weapons to the rotation in Prague, and 2 new TDM locations. Additionally, we have a new list of 12 upcoming Twitch drops that will be available for the top 100 streamers with the most stream and watched hours. Anyone watching those streams will be able to grab exclusive in-game vanity. But let's first dig into what's being added to the in-game store. So, store additions. Some popular favorites from past battle passes will be making an appearance in the store, including the fan favorite X Radiant, which is one of the most requested outfits from the community. Here is a full list, so you've got the full list here. However, why go through a list? Why go through a list when we've got Celine, aka Bloodhunt Fashion, that makes a nice little post for all of us to see? So, Um, surprising. I will mention a few things that are in here. Surprisingly, to my great gasp and surprise, the Desert Rose, the level 100 outfit from the early access pass is now going to be in the store. I thought that it was probably never going to happen. Or a long time ago I said maybe it's going to come back, but maybe it's going to be a recolor or something like that. I am shocked to see it there. Because I thought that maybe the high-end reward, like the final rewards of a battle pass, was kind of like the crowning accomplishment. Maybe it's going to be the thing of like you had to be there and therefore you got the reward at the time. And I thought that those end of battle pass rewards were not going to be available again, because, you know, going to be kept in a special place in some people's inventories. But it turns out that it's not, because it's been heavily requested from the community. I think it's one of the most like requested outfits that personally I've seen in terms of feedback in the community. A lot of people have been asking for this over many months. So there you go. There it is. We're going to see what price it's going to be. Personally, because it's a high-end reward, I would say to probably like make it a higher price. But at this point, it's kind of like outfits are pretty much all the same price. At least all the legendary ones are kind of the same price, so would make sense if it was normalized as well as the like the other ones. The X Radiant, yes, comes into both male and female variety. The Maverick glasses are something that some people are going to find interesting, because it is a kind of gradient over the glasses, so you're going to still be able to see part of the face behind it, so that's going to be something interesting customization. The dual braids, the very much requested dual braids, are going to be back for summer from last year's summer pass. I think that the next kind of hairstyles that is super requested, or anything related to the twin braids or the Y2K braids, I believe. Y2K, I forget the names, but basically the pigtail hairstyles are also the ones that are very requested to come back. So maybe we're going to see this in future store updates. And also at the bottom here, the very popular Funky Walk, aka the Spider-Man 3 walk from that scene that you all remember. That's something that is very popular. I'm glad to see it come back and being available for a lot of people. And also, like Celine says here, usually there's one or two items that sneak their way inside the store that are not in the patch notes. We're going to keep an eye out for that next Monday to see if there's anything else that's been added secretly. Now, so this is the list. Really, I'm going to have to see about that, Kate. And also, hi. New weapons. New weapons are being added to Bloodhunt. As was indicated earlier, 2 new weapons will be added to Bloodhunt on June 26th and will then be available immediately in Prague. These weapons are the Greatsword and the Flare Gun. Let's speak a little about each, starting with the Greatsword. So the Greatsword, a titan among melee weapons, a Greatsword's unwieldy bulk bespeaks unimaginable power tempered by its slow swings. This melee weapon of golden rarity, and therefore only available in limited supply, radiates in blessed glory and was originally dispatched to Prague with the intent of serving the entity's foot soldiers. So what we can see from this little paragraph: very powerful at the cost of very slow swing. First legendary golden melee weapon in the game, was meant originally for Entity, and this is how it looks like. Tobias, while you're here, little note for you. Can we have a high-res picture of this and also the flare gun? Because this is pixelated AF. I would appreciate it. Thank you. If ever it exists, I would say. If ever it exists. Let's continue reading. It is a monumental, tall blade, truly terrifying in its form, and can be borne with one lone hand, yet demands the symphony of a dual-handed swing. So, one-hand swing, but basically you're only going to be able to have one inside your hand. That's it. That's what you got. This makes it the melee weapon with the most devastating one-hit damage, albeit the required effort and time to attack again make the wielder vulnerable between one lunge to another. So, not only is it slow to swing, but also the cooldown between swings is considerable. Each forceful arc rends flesh and imparts grievous harm upon any hapless adversary who dares traverse its path. The imposing weapon also conceals another facet of its menace. A mysterious substance coats its gleaming surface, imbuing it with a fiery, holy sting. With this sacral infusion, the greatsword becomes anathema to the kindred, who, despite their resilience, succumb to its lethal, fiery burst. Basically, not only gets you slashed, but also you get fire damage on you. I assume it is fire damage that is also... I don't know, does it mean that it adds a dot on the people who get stung by it? Like any fire does to a kindred, where you get a little tick damage for a few seconds of fire? Does not necessarily say here. Dot confirmed? Thank you, Tobias. Fully capable of cutting through multiple foes in one go, this instrument of destruction will strike fear into even the most resilient of foes. So you may feel confident when pouncing on a group of anarchs, as long as you time your swings well, as without proper timing, you will be down before you even thought of unleashing a second swing. So, slow. Your timing, like it says here, timing will be crucial into getting getting good swings in there and surviving long enough to get a second swing in. So it's probably going to be like, some people originally are probably going to feel, this feels clunky, this feels slow, but I imagine that very, very quickly you will have some people that will master this sword, the timing of the swings and everything. I hope it is going to find its way inside the armory / firing range so we can play around with it, but you never know. You never know what's gonna happen. Like, some people have noticed that in the melee section of the armory, there are slots there that are empty in the displays. Next weapon, the flare gun. An unseeming plastic device with a very simple manual mechanism might seem harmless at first glance, but the flare gun can be quite intimidating for Kindred especially. There's the mighty flare gun, as the flare gun has been discovered in the tutorial a few weeks ago. We knew of its existence, but now it's official. Each flare was initially designed for signaling purposes. It fires over long distances, burning and radiating as it swiftly ascends. The projectile flare illuminates any location it approaches, aka, you've seen a flare gun? It'll still work as a flare gun if you choose so. Should it strike an undead target, however, it will quite quickly scorch clothes and sear skin, turning flesh into ash over time, aka fire dot, fire damage over time debuff. A vampire struck by this seemingly never-ending burning, so the dot is gonna last very long. We'll wish it to be soon over, but it will for many moments become a living flame, revealing an aroma best unexperienced as it will be nigh impossible to shake. We can't target sharks far. Aiming and hitting a moving target is quite difficult though, and will require some precision and understanding of how quickly the projectile falls down into an arc. But with prowess, this might become one of the more fun weapons to light up the nights in Prague. AKA, this is a projectile weapon. The other projectile weapons that we have inside the game are the dual crossbows and the crossbow, aka heavy crossbow. So there's going to be some aiming required. There's going to be some algorithmic timing flashing inside your head before you manage to shoot these, especially on very fast moving targets. But the dot that is going to accompany it will last very long. And you know how dots seem to work these days. You see the floating numbers. You can track your enemy. You can track your target if they manage to go away. There is a little kind of meta about this weapon that I can see forming in the future. Geez, a golden version of this would be interesting to see. I'm just pondering. I'm thinking out loud. TDM maps, as we've mentioned before, the new TDM maps will be available to play on June 26th, the Rooftop, Restaurant, and Red Light District. We had fun using the Scholar with this one in testing. Oh, because reveal on top of reveal, I guess, right? These locations are familiar and often contested zones that we know would make for intense and exciting battle locations for Team Deathmatch, not to mention something new to experience in the game. The Summer Twitch Drops campaign, we've already tapped into this a little bit more. Oh, I'm sorry, I completely forgot. I was lost in my thought. I wasn't looking at my notes, is more the thing. The Great Sword. If you want to know, about this, the Great Sword is, remember the entity in all those cinematics? In all those, in the 2 cinematics that we got? This is the sword. This is the sword that this character called the Judge is meant to wield. Unfortunately, we never saw the Judge NPC inside the game. Here's the other screenshot from the other cinematic, if you want to see the great detail about this. So the rumor that I was told, and I guess I can talk about because Meriden already posted about it, is that a screenshot with the sword being held by a vampire. Oh, I missed that. Which chest will contain the sword? It was the higher, oh yeah, so you mean either Camarilla chests or entity chests? That is a good question. Or if it's just any of the 2. Yeah, I would presume entity. Because it makes sense. So yes, what I was talking about a second ago, what Meriden was saying is that there was a rumor that there was not necessarily a game mode, but there was going to be an NPC that was supposedly going to be added. Oh, I will quickly check that. Oh. It's going to refer to my own, okay. I don't need this, thank you. Oh, there we go. I missed that completely. There you go. This is what the sword looks like. And you can see this character in the training room, so I can assume I'm gonna, this is gonna be a thing. Okay, I'm gonna save this for later. Thank you, Tobias. I completely skipped that. Wow, okay. Oh, what's happening to his arms here? Okay, little mistexture. So yes, the rumor was that at some point there was going to be a judge added to the map, which was basically a roaming entity character that would be kind of the way that I was told it was a boss. So basically an entity boss with a lot of health that would just be roaming the streets as a kind of, extra extra danger that would start at any point inside the map and would be kind of like surprise boss coming your way, and that would use this sword as a weapon. And you could probably, the way that I was told was that you could probably manage to defeat it with a lot of ammo. You could defeat a judge by yourself. You probably spend a lot of your ammo, but it would require many people to take it down, and then would have probably the sword as a loot item. But these were like rumors, like this is not confirmed stuff, but that's the kind of stuff that was like in the piles of rumors floating around, and you can't necessarily say this, but now that some people have been talking about like, oh, so this was probably the thing that was, the sword was probably added with the judge character. Anyways, maybe that's going to be something later on for Tobias, if ever there is a, let's say a potential post that, or series of posts that we would make like in the future about like things that could have been ideas that they had, like prototypes of things or whatever. Like that would be something that would probably like be confirmed in the future, or at least I'd like to see. Getting back to the summer Twitch drops campaign. Yes. So a great way of receiving more vanity items to clothe your kindred in the latest faction is by tuning into our community's fantastic Bloodhunt streams on Twitch. Not only do we offer 3 different drops each month available for our talented broadcasters and their viewers in the Bloodhunt category, but we also offer exclusive weekly drops available for our top 100 streamers. All these 100 channels will offer a new exclusive vanity item each week to their viewers across summer starting June 23. You are getting it right now also from this channel. I'm making sure that I get the drops. So they're talking about the persistent, what are called the persistent drops. So basically the drops available for everyone for each month. And also the top 100 streamers are getting the drops, the weekly drops every week. There's 8 weeks of drops planned right now. You can all see them on the Twitch drops website, part of Bloodhunt, of the Bloodhunt website. There are more things on offer for the community than Twitch drops. The competitive scene in Bloodhunt continues in July with 2 tournaments that we will support with prizes and a private server. Also, there are additional community run efforts and contests going on, so let's see what's coming up. Take a sip. Community run tournaments. We are delighted to have seen and supported 4 community tournaments run, hosted, and broadcast on Twitch in May and June, all with great participation from the competitive sub-communities. In the most recent tournament on June 10, 21 duo teams had a fierce battle competing for in-game vanity items, Bloodhunt tokens, and of course, for the sheer prestige of being the best. But in the end, Nevi and Dubfreak reign supreme. These efforts continue, as on July 1st, there's a scheduled solo tournament planned by Ariana. We are happy to see how passionate our community is, and we are humbled by all the efforts made by Far and her team. The past 3 events have had amazing participation. We truly appreciate all this effort. We are equally glad to see them broadcast on the official Bloodhunt Twitch channel. Make sure to follow that so you won't miss out on any future competitions. So, let's take a moment here to remind everyone the third Funament by far. Third Funament by far is going to be hosted on July 1st. The link is right there in the chat. You've got a link for the sign up. You've got a link for the FAQ. All the information is there. The only thing that you need to do is take the time to read everything. That's it. So if you've already gone through the info of the past Funaments that's been happening, you already know the drill, but still pay attention because some things have changed. Most importantly, the starting time has changed. It's been moved 2 hours later than the usual other Funaments, because trying something and also feedback from some people saying maybe if you started a bit later you're going to get more participation and you're going to get more viewership, especially coming from Australia and New Zealand. No, this time it's going to be different. Alex John Show, hold on, I'll get that to a second. It's the same usual thing. You sign up with the form, you get an email, and you save that email to enter your information. Once the tournament is over, you've got 30 minutes to submit the result. The FAQ is linked here. You've got the link for the FAQ. And there's the usual basic information and the rules that happen here. You've got the point calculation that's been slightly adjusted. You've got the rules for the point calculation, and as it's been happening in Farce Funaments, you have 3 different prize pools. One for kill race, meaning you're the best of the best. You get at the top of the scoreboard. You've got the closest to average, which is everyone's scores that are on the scoreboard are added together and divided by the number of teams. And you've got an average score value on the scoreboard, and these people, the 5 that are closest to that average, are getting the prizes here. And you also have got a random participant from all the people that haven't won anything. Everyone gets get put in the same giveaway pile, and a winner is chosen. So for the kill race, you get some of the rare bend the knee, rare. I only say rare because not a lot of people have it. But there's the bend the knee emote, and you get a Steam or PSN card to their choosing. Closest to average gets some tokens, Techno Demon masks, and Fuchsia Finish makeups. And the random participant winner gets to choose between a Fuchsia Finish, Techno Demon mask, a bend the knee emote, or the Vapor Trail outfit. So again, it is again, I need to remind everyone that closest to average means you don't need to be someone that performs well at Bloodhunt to participate and to submit your scores. Very, very important to know that what's going to be featured on the Bloodhunt channel, on the Bloodhunt Twitch channel, is going to be the focus is going to be, yes, on the kill race, because that's a thing that's interesting, it's competitive, it's entertaining. That's what we're going to watch. The people that are trying to get those 3 places in the kill race, that's what's going to be focused on. However, the real core of this Funament is just to get people playing and submitting their scores, so you can get closest to average prizes here. So you can also you can remove from your head the idea that this is some sort of tournament. Just play during those hours in duo and follow the rules, and then at the end of those 2 hours, just submit your scores of how well you've been playing. And it can be whichever, the closest to average, the scores of the entire group is going to depend on the group's performance. So if the group as a whole performs well, yeah, the scores are going to be higher. If the group underperforms, everyone's having a bad day or something, or there's maybe issues with the servers or something like that, we're not going to hope on that, knock on wood. It's all going to be the group's efforts that are going to be tabbed together. So you can be a person that just started playing Bloodhunt last week. As long as you're level 11 on your account, you're able to play, and you have a chance of getting prizes. Even if you are some person told me, I'm going to score 0. I'm going to get 0 and 0. I'm just going to last as long as I can, and I'm going to die, and that's the things I'm going to submit. I'm like, dude, you're kind of weird. You're kind of weird for doing this, but if that's what you want to do, go ahead. Submit matches of 0 everything. Okay, if you want to. It's crazy like that, but everyone can be a part of that. Can console people play? Yes, it is both PC and PS5. Absolutely. The prizes are PC and PS5 as well. There's no exclusive thing of one or the other. It is both platforms can play. And you can see that in the FAQ. So the FAQ, to answer your question, Alex Juancho, I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. It's going to be casted by Mihawk this time. Mihawk, if you don't know, is a German streamer of Bloodhunt, massively representing the Bloodhunt community for the German speaking side of the community. He speaks English very well. For those people, if there's people that are worried about that, he will have a German accent added to that, so it's gonna, you know, make the casting interesting to listen to. But yes, yeah, I have to remind you that the German community, there are a whole bunch of people that are in the German community of Bloodhunt that do not listen to or that cannot hear or read English. So it's very important to have German representatives that can do both. And Mihawk is the prominent one in the German community of Bloodhunt. So very happy to see him cast this Funament. All the information is here. All the information that you need is all inside this FAQ. Some of it is being repeated. Some of them have other questions. And yeah, if you want, if you've got like some other details about that stuff, everything is in there. And I was about to mention, I forgot to mention here, there is also a Discord, a community Discord that exists for, there's a section for tournaments. If ever you've got some live questions about the tournament as it's happening or before it's happening, you can join in there. I'm a part of the staff, so if ever you got some question, Far or myself, we're going to be able to answer any kind of questions, even as their tournament, the Funament is going on. So I know one is submitted rounds with 0 is aiming for the random winner. Yeah, I know he's I know one or two people, I don't remember exactly, but yes, there's some people that are just like, I'm going to submit 0. Okay, you can submit 0. You're kind of weird, but I'm not stopping you from doing it. So have fun with that. So yes, let's continue with the announcement here. Additionally, LauraK 483 from Team SideQuest has another Bloodhunt Duos charity tournament scheduled for July 8. Some people might remember LauraK as she's someone that streams Bloodhunt once in a while, you know, kind of a variety streamer, so sometimes you don't see her in the category, but has been is a person that is very passionate about Vampire the Masquerade as a whole. She's a fan of Bloodhunt. She's also hosted another tournament back in, I remember if it's January or February. She did another tournament that was taking place on the private server. And yes, she is at it again. I've already told you about that last week, but as a reminder, because it's mentioned there, yes, it is going to be a tournament that's going to benefit the Covenant House Toronto to help youth who are homeless, trafficked, or at risk. It is a duos tournament. The server will be NA based, so at least one member of each duo must be based in NA. And Laura actually came into my stream yesterday, and I had a few questions for her. And she was saying, Duos Lobby has room for 42 players, so 21 teams of 2. We currently have 10 teams, 20 players, so there's still lots of room. That's what she was telling me yesterday. So there are still spots open. If people want to join this tournament, there are prizes. The prize has not been announced yet officially, but there are going to be prizes for this tournament. If you've seen how it's gone in the last tournament, it's been very, very casual, very friendly. Some people have more or less experience in the Bloodhunt. Some people have been, like I mentioned last week, some of them that were there last time have streamed a lot more because they know that they knew that there was going to be another tournament that was going to be preparing in the future, so they've been practicing a lot more. And there's some people that are like actually very good at Bloodhunt that are part of that group. So if you want to join in, feel free to contact LauraK. The link is in there in the, oh wait, I didn't link it, there we go, I'm just gonna link it here. The link is in here for her Twitter, so send her a DM if you want to participate, if you want to be a part of this, because yeah, there's lots of spots that are still available. However, as mentioned here, she says, I will do my best to vet any players I don't know already, but warn people if anyone doesn't pass the vibe check at any point, they will be kicked from the tournament. One thing you need to know about Laura, her spaces are safe spaces. If you don't know what that means, what is a safe space, Google it. Basically, don't go off the rails. Any sort of thing that is kind of violating TOS, let's just say, you're gonna get booted very, very, very quickly and put on the naughty blacklist of a lot of things. Basically, like, surf safe space, you should know. Look a little bit at her Twitter. Understand what she's about, okay? So, very LGBT friendly, very open-minded, but still, it's a safe place. Pass the vibe check, okay? Don't want any, yes, don't want any bad vibes or, I almost said bad vibes, okay. Don't want any bad vibes or want to pull a TOS sign on someone, so, you know, keep the salt to the side, bring only the sweet. And no dad bods either. Okay. That's gonna leave out a bunch of us, okay? That's gonna leave out a bunch of us, Tobias. I say as I side eye my treadmill over there. It's just like, you haven't used me in how many months already? I'm just like, shut up. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, there's still spots open, so join in if you want to be a part of this. Let's continue with the article. We will continue to support activities by offering prizes for planned events, so do not hesitate to reach out to the community team on Discord with your ideas in the community events channel at Discord. However, I do believe that people cannot write in the community events channel, but still speak in other channels to, like, if you want to reach out with the community team, if you want to join in. I would say probably a safe bet would be to join the inner circle channel, and like exchange with people on how to, even if you don't want to, you only have an idea and you have nothing planned and you need help with planning, or you need help with organizing, or you need help with getting some prizes, mention it there. Let's talk about it. Some people have experience in setting some things up. There's also people in the SBS, the Sanguine Bloodhunt Society, that are trying to organize a bunch of things for the community. If you want to find some help, that's probably another place, another Discord that you might want to look into. There's going to be people that are going to be able to link that to you if you speak out. But the important thing is, if you want to organize something, if you want to organize an event, it doesn't have to be a tournament, a Funament, or just a giveaway. It can be like anything else that you can think of. Feel free, speak out, speak up. If you want to get, like, the more events that we got, the more of those codes that you want are going to be out there and going to be distributed to a lot of people. That's why I'm put together the Kindred challenges. It's just like, I want more codes to be given out there. This is the thing that I can do immediately, like quickly, with the Kindred program that I had already like set up. It's just like, let's get some codes out there. Tobias, let's go. Let's put some codes out there. Not just FOMO, because some people like the FOMO, some people really dislike the FOMO. But anyways, we've got a bit of both, and that. Final words. Thank you for reading this first community newsletter. We will continue to keep you informed about what happens in the game with this new format. We are happy to see all the continued positivity and engagement from our players playing and participating in community voting, streaming, hosting, and competing in events, as well as many other activities. With that said, we wish you all a great summer and good hunting in Prague. Until next time, see you at dusk. There you go. That was a lot, but yeah, basically what we got. We have on Monday, we've got store update with a return of items from past battle passes. I am dyslexic today. What's up with me? We've got the great sword added. We've got the flare gun added. We've got 3 new TDM maps. We've got 2 new TDM maps. What am I talking about? I've got 2 new TDM maps, the Red Light District and the Rooftop Restaurant. In terms of weapons, we've got the Golden Auto Shotgun that has been added to the game. We've got new Twitch drop campaigns, both the weekly and the monthly. We've got 2 tournaments that are happening soon, or Funaments, whatever you want to call them. That's a lot. That's a lot of things to cover. But that's not it, folks. We still have more things to talk about. We have, in Discord, some people were talking about future things, or maintenance patches, or, you know, can devs do balance patches? Because that's the worry of some people, because some people complain about some things, some items, some classes, some abilities being broken or being unbalanced and all of this. And what are we going to do? Is this the state of the game as it is currently? Tobias had something to say. Here, there is... I'm gonna minimize this so you can all read. Oop. There is indeed some room for certain weapon rebalancing, should there be a need for it. Meriden asks, I presume that would come from server-side adjustment of damage values of things of that nature. Tobias answers, yes, some weapons can be altered from the back end. Some weapon values can be entered from the back end, i.e. not require a client update. But this won't be done arbitrarily or from the opinion of a few. AKA, should there be a need for it from a majority of players? You know? It's not just a few people, a group of people are complaining about it, that it means that some things are going to be changed. It needs to be something that comes from the majority. The dual crossbows are for sure excluded. We don't know, Far. Maybe the community might at some point decide, you know what, the dual crossbows need to be buffed. Okay, I'm just trolling. Audio slave that okay, that's great to hear. So how would you know the opinions if there are no more feedback surveys? Tobias adds, we do still monitor feedback from here, Steam, and across our channels, social media, as well as in-game data. So it's not because development has stopped that it means that they're not paying attention. You've certainly seen Tobias, Leon, and Maya still being active on the Discord. Personally, I've also seen certain community mods also been really active, still being active on the Steam side of things, commenting on people's reactions on threads, deleting some threads sometimes when they're a little bit too they're going against TOS. There are the feedback is still being heard, it's still being compiled, still being listened to, and also the in-game data is still being looked at. So they are not, Tobias and co are not just sitting there going on people's streams or going on Discord going ha la 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 and sitting there twiddling their thumbs and being paid to do nothing. Absolutely not. They're being active, they're doing things. Just so everyone knows. Okay, so weapon rebalancing is still something that is possible. on certain aspects of certain weapons that can be altered in the back end. So basically, on their end, they can do this. No client update, no patch required. But it's not going to be done. It's like he says, it's not going to be done just, you know, out of the blue with no actual request or need for it from the community that comes in, and it's not going to be the need of only a few group of people, a few people that is going to sway the entire development of the entire game. That has always been the case. By the way, I've been repeating this. It is a big amount. It requires a big amount of people to influence the game. Especially what some people may have, like certain perceptions or opinions about the influence that streamers have. Let's say, for instance, about the about how the game is, about changes that are being made to the game. That is totally untrue, by the way. If you hear some people say this, the influence of streamers on like the changes, like the impact of the game of streamers is very, very, very little. You know, it's among the voices of many people that they are adding to the feedback, like he says, from stream, from the channel, from all the stuff. They are, you know, they're being accounted for, but they do not weigh more than the opinion of others. Just wanted to add that little asterisk in there. There was something that apparently Tobias answered in mod chat to a question that Meriden posted it here in the Discord. Some people were asking some changes to the Hand of Glory, and this is what Meriden had to say. The answer Tobias gave when asked about changing the Hand of Glory would likely apply to everything else released or otherwise. That would require a client update. And a client update requires, at minimum, a small team to redesign, recode, test, and deploy a new patch. As there's not a massive outrage about the item, in fact, many like this item, it is unlikely to be nerfed. I want people to take a look at that statement and understand what it means. Hello, Chigo. It does not mean hello, Chigo. It means a change to the Hand of Glory would require dev work. Dev work is out of the question, as you all know. Also, there is no outrage, there is no massive outrage from the community about this item. Like I said before, there are some people that are disgruntled about it, but it's not enough to be the majority of Bloodhunt players. And you need to keep that in mind when you're thinking about, oh, I hate it. You have to get used to it. The best I can say, I was talking to someone this week, you have to get into a mindset where you get past the outrage of it, and you need to learn to live with it. The hand is in the game. It is unlikely to be nerfed unless there's a riot from a majority of Bloodhunt players. Changing it would require dev work, which is not going to happen. So, conclusion, Hand of Glory, not going to be nerfed. The way that it can be nerfed is with the artifacts that might be coming in the future. Which is, by the way, Tobias, my other question. I have noticed that in this article, there was no mention of any artifacts when you have said that there are at least 2 other artifacts coming in the future. So are we confirming that there is no artifact, or are we just gonna wait until Monday to see what's what? I did notice that there was no mention about artifact, so no artifact this time. All right, confirmed. I choked on my spit. Okay, so no artifact for this update. So we're gonna have to, what I just said, everyone, you're gonna have to live with the fact that the Hand of Glory exists and that it's there. And are there ways to go around it? Are there ways to change to change anything about this. Are we going to get another battle pass? Signs point to no. Signs are pointing to no. Although that I have to mention that it has not been a distinct official resounding no that has been written anywhere, and there's some people that have been pointing that out. It's still like Magic 8 Ball, or signs point to yes, signs point to no. It's very likely signs point to no. What the one that we got is the one that we got. I think also that adding a new battle pass requires a certain amount of dev work, and like it says here, design, code, and testing to deploy. That would require deploying a patch. So if you're taking that kind of feedback into mind, signs point to no. We're just missing the official confirmation of like there's the battle pass that we got is the last one, or is the current one that we have for the near future. Because let's remind ourselves that the community update that we got was the wording that was chosen is the last planned update. So are there any unplanned updates? We're gonna see. Right now it's entirely up to the community. Keep in mind automatic timed events, I could be wrong, would be nice for sure. Yeah, could also pull it's possible that we have another battle pass that has been added to the game, but is just lying in wait, that has been already programmed and already like all the dev work about it has already been done in the past. So technically from now on there's none, so it could still pop up. It's still there. It's just that far. I don't want to... personally, I want to be responsible, and I don't want to encourage that. If we ever get another battle pass, it's going to be a very welcome surprise for everyone, and we're all going to be happy about it. But I would rather not feed the possibility of another battle pass coming in the near future or something like that. That's just me. That's the way that I feel I'm responsible in relaying this kind of information. Yeah. In community related news, so nothing that has to do with balance or any of that stuff like that, the hunt for the mysterious hatch still goes on. If you want to join in with the efforts of the group that is currently looking into this, in the Bloodhunt Discord, there is a Bloodhunt Secrets channel where a lot of people are sharing how they are going about in searching, or like there are maps with the very colorful maps with diagrams and everything that people already are using or sharing with each other, or dispatching areas of the map to each other to explore and try to find the mysterious hatch. And also there is recently there's been a recap by Meriden, who's been saying like, oh, okay, everyone, here's all the info that we have about the hatch. Here's what we're looking for. Here's how we got there. All of that, it's in the Bloodhunt Secrets. If you want to join in, this has been many weeks that people have been looking for that hatch. No one has found it so far. The hatch is supposedly opening the access to a large underground bunker that is beneath Prague. That is what the message that we decoded said. There was a large underground bunker underneath Prague. We're still looking for the hatch to get inside. So that is still going on. In the meantime, this week we got a riddle from Tobias. A little quest, a little travel quest that was posted there in the Bloodhunt Secrets channel. I'm not gonna read it, but it's clearly mentioning someone's travels inside the city, and you had to Wait, what? My bet is on someone not finding the hatch until maybe the winter? Really? It's that well hidden. Okay. I'll take you on that bet. Tobias. You know what? I'll even screenshot this. The gauntlet has been thrown. So yeah, this seems to be giving some tips. If I lose that bet, I'll have to find something cool to send. Why? We'll have unlocked the bunker. The bunker will be the reward, or whatever. Finding the hatch and whatever is there. Like there will be that will be enough of a reward, right? So yeah, so this riddle is all about, you know, someone's making their way through Prague and then finding the final rest of that person, and yeah, throwing a challenge to the secrets finding channel to find the answer with a screenshot. Now I'll just say that for the people that want to do it, yes, go in the secrets channel and find this riddle. However, or ask someone to link you the riddle so they can send you exactly this thing, so you can figure out by yourself. Since then, over the course of the week, some people have discovered all of the locations and also the final resting place of the old man. However, I am not going to display any of this if ever you want to figure it out by yourself. But I'm just going to say that this whole riddle has been found. It's just been like a fun exercise, a fun thing to look into. There hasn't been like any prize or any icons or codes or banners like related to this. It's just a fun thing. However, at the end of this, Tobias said, I challenge you guys to come up with a Bloodhunt challenge for me and Leon to figure out. Hello? Challenge accepted. Is there going to be something that's going to tantalize people to, you know, come cook up a challenge? I don't know. There may be something. That hasn't said anything. That's all he's said about that. So, again, people, pay attention to the secrets channel. There's some stuff going on there. I keep reporting it more and more every week that there's some stuff happening in the secrets channel on the Bloodhunt Discord. So go in there. And yes, there was a whole explanation of that riddle, by the way, that was posted in there. Again, not showing this on stream if ever some people want to have some fun with that. And with that being said, that is the end. That is the end of all I had to say this week. Went on for a very long time. Jesus. Okay. Coming to the second hour. Now, what to expect now? This week? Well, for this week, we've got the new mask. You've got the hatch to find still. You've got the Bloodhunt final survey, which I just linked, which you can still you have to complete. I didn't say like any time to complete it, but yeah, certainly it is it's something that you can do. You've got the rifle, the buy a long shot Kindred challenge that is going on this week. If you want to get yourself and your duo partner a Techno Demon mask, there will be another challenge next Saturday. Also next Saturday, Solo Funament is going to happen. So take the time to read all the instructions, read all the FAQ for FAR's Funament. Hold on, let me find it again in my notes. There we go. Boom, there we go. There's the link. Sign up. Read everything about it. Get yourself prepared. Clean out your schedule and make sure that you've got the time. Down. There is a nice little link in the forums where you can click on it and see in your time zone exactly what that means for you if you're a part of none of the time zones that have been written down there. I know, again, I have to mention, I know that some people are working on some projects right now. So far, no other info has been allowed for me to say, but I'm just gonna mention that there are some people that are doing things in the community. Yes, send fire some DMs if you have any more questions, or join the Discord that's linked in the forum. Join the tournament Discord if you have any questions, so we can answer your questions. Keep an eye on the Bloodhunt Discord for the community events section. And yeah, as a reminder, again, if you've got events, if you've got ideas, any kind of thing that you want to do for the Bloodhunt community, get some codes to give out and maybe put one in your back pocket for yourself also, not possible. Speak up, say something, say that you got interest to do something, we can help you out. Just a reminder for everyone, I'm going to repeat this. The game right now is in our hands. The community is the key. The community is the way to move forward. The game still has potential. It will only die if we let it die. So help out, have fun, play the game. Don't burn yourself out on the game, however. Try to complete all those masteries to get all the outfits and stuff. The community incentives and the things that are being put out there by the community, they're just things to make the game interesting. Try the Kindred program, try the Kindred challenges. And yeah, meet me again next Saturday for another Bloodhunt News of the Week recap. If you are right now on Twitch, stay here. Once I'm done with the recording, I'm giving away a Purple Pain combo code for PC players. After I'm done with this, I'm going to be raiding someone else from the community so you can get your drops if you don't already have them. And as a reminder, everyone, be kind to each other and to yourself. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.